Hey guys, I am back and it has been a little while. So I was planning on doing a vlog after the summit. That didn't happen because after the summit I basically came home on the Tuesday morning, had a little bit of a nap and then had to start packing because the next day I would be flying to DreamLeague, or DreamHack Winter rather, and then I was planning on doing a vlog after DreamHack Winter, but then I had 2 days to pack and to stress and to do some last minute appointments before I was flying out to Boston, where I am right now. So that is where I'm recording this vlog, and so I'm gonna try to cover a lot. You'll see a lot of videos from the summit and from basically my time up till now since the last time I did a vlog. So it's a little bit of put together a bit of mush from all type of content things, but from this point on I am planning, please note, it is planning, so we don't know if it's actually going to happen, planning to actually get vlogs also during the Boston Major rather than just afterwards. But let me just talk you through what happened so far, because the Summit 6, oh, it was so amazing, guys. It was one of the, it was a great tournament regardless from the get-go already, because obviously you got 8 teams that would all compete at the Boston Major, and we all knew that the teams were, you know, they hadn't done that much beforehand. So this is a tournament that they're going to take seriously so that they can properly prepare for the Boston Major. So it was hype, the competition was high, and it was so great watching all the games. And I think the first 2 days it was fairly difficult for us to get pros on the couch. But after OG broke the ice, I mean, everybody wanted to. Anyway, I think it was amazing. It was really great having EG cast the finals, a couple of the games as well. We had Virtus Pro on the couch. Both Lil and no one wanted to, and I was actually surprised. Their English was really good. Somehow, I always think that they are dodging interviews because they say, "Oh, my English is bad." And Lil hasn't, by the way, but. Yeah, some other, Lil and No One both have done interviews in the past, but still, it's always, but I thought it was really good, and it was really fun to listen to the guys. I think, you know, we had quite a large amount of talent, I guess, in comparison to how much we actually did on hindsight, but the fact that we should be able to be there for if the players don't want to cast, you know, we need to be there, so. But I had so much fun. The food was amazing. The first 2 days, I don't know why, but you know, it was a while since I was at an event where there was food all the time, I guess, and the first 2 days definitely noticed my increased intake of food and started doing sit-ups and things, got massive muscle pains, so stopped doing those. I will plan on doing some going to the gym here in this hotel, so that's the plan. It's the plan actually for today, so we'll see if it gets that far. Probably not, but I will try. That's the intention. The intention is there, so that's all good. But yeah, the summit was great. I was really happy to see Virtus Pro doing as well as they did, and obviously we saw them doing really well through the qualifiers of the Boston Major. We saw them do well at DreamLeague, and to be honest, like, sometimes a team does well at the qualifiers and then you see them like drop off a little bit again. But this time, Virtus Pro is just, you know, they're just great. They're so fun to watch too. I'm really looking forward to them, and I hope that I'm not overhyping them in my mind coming into the Boston Major. I hope they're going to deliver up to the promise that I have, like the expectations that I have of them. But we'll find out. But the vibe overall of the Summit 6 was amazing, was great. It got me more rested as well. I think I got a lot of sleep during the Summit 6, and it sounds like a silly thing, but it's actually fairly important. But let's move on because we don't have that much time, or at least I don't want to make vlogs too long. So then flying home, got back on the Tuesday morning, right around noon or something, took a little bit of a nap. I think, I'm not sure if I streamed for a few hours. Probably didn't. Maybe I did. But I still had to pack for DreamHack. So DreamHack Winter, I was there for 3 days, and 2 of those days were the days for the Aces RG Dream League. That's great. But the day before was something that I didn't post too much about beforehand because I was kind of nervous, and was one thing that I was really stressed about, seeing how I would do there, because I was hosting a panel for the Nordic Championships, and I was hosting it for the first game was StarCraft 2, then there was Hearthstone, and then there was CSGO. So it was a big challenge for me to be a panel host for those games. I had 2 commentators that were my panelists, and I was told, like, obviously I didn't have that much prior knowledge of all the 3 games, and the teams also are like only the Nordic teams, so it was like only Swedish, Norwegian, Danish and Finnish teams. And you know, I'm supposed to be treating them like my guests, and I'm David Letterman, so I don't need to know that much about the game. I can just ask my quote-unquote guests, as the casters, about it. But obviously I feel pressure to still, you know, ask the right questions and stuff, and I think I did okay. I really enjoyed watching StarCraft. I think of all the 3, I watched some CSGO, I watched most of the majors, and you know, if that's like, of the 3 games that were there, that's the game that I actually would voluntarily watch, and I don't really watch StarCraft. But I think the StarCraft games were the ones that I enjoyed most. They were so hype, and also during the second semi-finals, basically it was 2 semi-finals and then the grand finals. During the second semi-finals of the StarCraft tournament, the winner of the first semi-finals, Snoot, actually sat with me and just explained what was going on. And he did it amazingly well, like talked to me like I was an absolute noob, which, you know, I was. I still am. But it was, I really enjoyed it. And then the finals game, and I thought it was a really great game. The series was good. I don't know, I really enjoyed that. It was fun doing. But obviously I was there mainly for the Aces RG Dream League, and I had a lot of fun with that. The first day though, it was 15 hours long, and I already didn't get a lot of sleep because also the Nordic Championships ran until like 1:30 in the morning, so I had like minimum amount of sleep. But I think that the adrenaline just helped me through it, kept the energy high. I like to think that people at home noticed that the energy was good and high, and it was such a fun thing to do. We had a lot of content, we had a lot of games, and we had just great people to work with, so it was just a fun tournament to do. Also, big improvement from last Dream Leagues I've been at. We had our own talent lounge, we had proper snacks, we could watch the games with audio properly, so that was really nice to have. And we had a runner, which, by the way, you might have seen it. We had the runner cam on in between breaks as well. I thought that was a great plan, and I overall I think it was a good LAN finals, and I'm really overall very happy how it went. Maybe the ending could have been a little bit different. However, we did have at the ending the Miracle and GH interview, which I think doesn't matter, whatever happens around there, you got that interview, you're good. You know, it was a great interview to end the tournament with. And even though it was a 3-0 finals, Liquid and Escape, especially that last game of the series, Escape definitely put up a fight. So it was still, you know, it was still good games to watch, and I think it was good. I'm happy with how it went, for sure. So, coming back from Sweden, I got back on the Sunday, and I really tried hard not to sleep because I was so tired also that night. Didn't get that much sleep, and ended up playing Tale of Two Brothers. Was a fun game, and then just chilling, basically trying not to sleep, and still ended up sleeping for an hour or so. But I had 2 days after that to prepare for the Boston Major, and also still go through a lot of appointments, so I had to get, you know, my hair cut and all that stuff. So, but it was a bit of a stressful time. As you might imagine, that my preparation time due to all the events that I've been at has been suffering a little bit, but luckily everybody got here like 2 days in advance, so I got plenty of time to catch up and to make sure that I'm well prepared. Also, the group stages are going to be super exciting. We have 2 days, and there's going to be a lot of games, a lot of things to watch, and it's going to be really nice to get like in the flow of it. I'm going to be on the panel, obviously, as a panelist. Machine's hosting this one. I'm looking forward to working with him. I think he's like the perfect combination between Red Eye and James, I think. And I like both Red Eye and James. They both have their own style. This is just a combination between the two. So I'm really hyped to see him do well, hopefully, here at the Boston Major. And I'm really mostly hyped though for the games and for the teams. And everybody is so close. I talked a little bit to Moon this morning at breakfast, and he's like, you know, he's expecting a lot of upsets. He's thinking like, okay, a lot of people think that this team is not going to do well, but they've been doing really well. So I really hope that that is going to come true, and we're going to have super close competition. It's going to be really interesting to see how the single elimination bracket's working, but you know, more on that later, because I hope to do a vlog in between them as well. Also, in the meantime, as you might have seen, I was announced to be on the show of Jinx TV, and I will be there probably on the Monday as a call-in, so make sure to check that out. It's on Twitch somewhere. More about that when I'm actually on. You just keep an eye on my Twitter. Anyway, that was 10 minutes. I tried to keep it in 10 minutes. I tried to not make my vlogs too long. I really hope that my video content is not longer than 10 minutes, which it might be, in which case I'll save some of the content, don't worry. Ooh, I've been really enjoying my new camera, by the way. That's that thing right there. I've on recommendation, I've bought 2 new lenses, one for low light picture taking and one to get better zooms, and I'm already loving it. And you might have seen a time-lapse going by, because you know I like making a time-lapse sometimes, but you know at some point maybe it's too much to make time-lapses of skies, because you know that might get old. But I hope that I put them in here right now as well, because it's fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. Keep an eye on my Twitter at Shiver Gaming. Keep an eye on my Facebook, where I also post most of my pictures. It is facebook.com/Shiver Gaming, so make sure to check that out. And I have been taking a lot of pictures, because obviously with this new camera I really like taking pictures, and I enjoy it, and it is the only thing I don't enjoy is being in people's faces. But that's why I got the new zooming camera lens, so that I don't have to be in people's faces anymore, and you know I can just sneak up on them and take pictures while they don't know. Anyway, we already passed a minute and a half. Quick expectations coming into the group stages. I think Wings will do well. I mean, I'm pretty much a stereotypical person. I think Verse Pro is going to do really well. I really hope Adfinum is going to do well, but I kind of think that they have been a little bit of a slump lately. You know, I'm not sure if they're out of it yet, so if they do well, I'm happily surprised, and I really hope that they will do well, but at the same time my expectations for them are low. I think EG is going to do well. OG, well, we'll see. DC, I think, will be an interesting team to watch as well. Obviously, a bit of a question mark. Sure, they did okay at the Summit. Well, I say okay, it was their first tournament. I think they came top 6 or something like that. But anyway, let's just see how the groups play out, shall we? GSL style, 4 groups. See you guys next vlog. Thank you for listening to me rambling about, and yeah, bye bye.